And we pumped them, and they had a full team in.
Yeah.
That's right. Was that the
I
one
remember
where they...
that.
Yeah, that was one for the fans. That was the highlight
That
of
was
2014.
what do they call it? The biggest upset of the season, I think,
Yeah,
at the time.
apparently.
Was that 2014?
We're like next.
Yeah, that was just Lenny's.
That's right. I think he thought
we
you were
haven't
going
had
to
many at Melbourne. I remember two.
Yeah.
I remember one, like they were middle of the table. We were pushing into the 8.
Yeah.
And, it was one of those rocker kicks one from outside 60 and they hit the front. Then Sean Smith takes a specky, we hit the front. Yeah, the Grey Locks were out, man. And Jimmy Steins, it was his most consecutive games. It was like 280
How did he go?
games in a row or something. Yeah, and he played solid. It was good. And every time he got it, like, he'd get a cheer, but he'd do his little punt passes over the top of the guy, on the mark.
As another milestone thing, I think I was at a game where Plugger kicked his 100th in a season.
Oh, yeah.
So I was sitting on I think the second level or third level at the time. I can't remember. Third level would have been.
It was a really tight game, and it was Melbourne Collingwood. So
it, and then everyone ran onto the ground because we had the momentum.
So did the G-Train kick the goal?
Yeah,
I kicked his 100th.
Yeah, in the prelim, and then that we were on fire.
And that stopped everything.
Yeah.
Flight slowed the momentum down, gave them a rest.
Yeah. Yeah. So the best outcome would have been G-Train missing that. And then kicking his 100th right at the end of the game.
Oh, that would have been
polish
amazing.
him off.
Yeah.
When was that?
2004.
2004. That was 2 years.
That was when we were boogieing.
That was 2 years before the G-Train got stopped by Nathan Carroll.
But the last thing with the sexy special and the milestones, would be back to Lenny. He cracked the most tackles record in his final game.
He beat Jude Bolton's?
Yeah.
Was it Jude Bolton's record? Yeah.
So we went to Adelaide the last game of the year.
That's right, I remember this.
We got pumped. But Lenny had to make like 7 tackles
to do it.
And he did it all before half time. So every time he was getting the tackle, it was like we kicked a goal, man. It was good fun. But
that's great to hear, to see that for a tackle too. I love a good tackle.
Oh, no one did it better.
Yeah, Lenny was a machine at that. Although, do you reckon Lenny have a better sidestep or a better tackle?
Tackle.
Sidestep was pretty good.
Sidestep was special, but it was just the all-round.
Yeah.
Best tacklers, that's a conversation for another
day. Another sexy special.
Oh, we don't need to because it's already there.
Lenny Hayes.
He's the number one.
Well, I'll give you a chance to talk about him a bit more. I didn't think
Fraser
he'd...
Brown might have something to say about that.
Who?
Fraser Brown.
Fraser Brown?
Yeah,
who's that?
He's the man who, got them into a final with the tackle.
Jeez, is he going to share the same bloody pea trough as Lenny Hayes?
Fraser Brown?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't pee in troughs. He pees out in the yard. He's like a...
No way. He probably pees sitting down.
Fraser Brown? You don't know what I'm talking about. You'd never say that about Fraser Brown.
Yeah, he's Carlton, so...
Alright, we'll line it up. We'll get into the tigs.
Yeah, alright.
A little bit, yeah. I know you're both excited for it.
Done with.
No. It was scrappy.
Exciting team to talk about at the moment.
No,
that's right. That's right.
Why not? It was scrappy.
Part of the boys,
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Get your hand off me.
You are on the title. You have your spot. Go ahead. People are still listening. Maybe.
Yeah. Scrappy win, but 2-3 years ago we don't win that game. Exactly. 2 years ago we don't win that game. We lose to Carlton round 1, and it's they already coming for Dimmer's head.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 2014 we lose that game. But what I really, really, really liked about it was it wasn't Jack Rewalt or Dustin Martin or Trent Cotchin that got us over the line in the fourth quarter. It was Kane Lambert, Anthony Miles, and Sam Lloyd. All blokes who haven't played more than 20 games, I think.
Dusty Martin.
Dusty Martin was good, but Kane Lambert was...
Yeah,
Lambert was huge in that last quarter. 12 disposals in the last quarter.
Yeah.
Including a really, really good tackle on Murphy.
He shaved his head. He looks a bit tougher now.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Looks a bit like like an army recruit.
He looks a bit more like a spud head. I like him.
So he's been taking drugs, has he?
No.
He's been taking drugs.
No, he hasn't been taking drugs. Fuck off! It's Tiger time. You're not going to try and accuse my players of taking drugs.
Well, that's what I reckon.
Too.
I reckon Slobo. That's why he's got the shaved head. He doesn't want to get tested.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, it'd be chuffed as.
Oh, absolutely. No, I don't imagine they test the Fox Footy stuff. Oi, dogs, calm down.
You're ruining Tiger time.
No, but and also like Sammy Lloyd's goal with the pirouette was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
To leave Mark Murphy of all people, who killed us throughout the whole game, to just spin around him and left him wondering where the hell he'd gone, and then to turn around and see that he'd already snapped the goal. That was a great moment. It was great to be back amongst the community.
How's the fam?
Yeah, they're all there, man. All the
was Coach there?
Community.
Coach wasn't there.
What's happened to Coach?
Which Steve-O was pretty happy about. I think Coach has probably hit that magical age of like 14 or 15 where he's discovered alcohol and girls.
Nice.
So like suddenly the footy doesn't...
He's been offered a contract somewhere else.
No, probably likely.
Better money.
They've probably brought him down to talk to
Well,
the
does
female,
Steve-O not get around the Coach?
No, he can't stand the Coach.
Why's that?
What? Because the Coach can get a little bit negative on players. He can stick into them probably a little bit too much.
Who's he?
For anyone that doesn't know, the Coach is a kid. He's probably about 12 or 13. He sits a few rows back from me, and I started calling him the Coach because he's got some good points most of the time. But yeah,
who does he get really negative on?
He gets really negative on Griffiths, which I don't like. So I don't really get around it when he says that. But he gets negative on Morris, and Steve-O hates anyone that gets negative on Morris.
What's some of Coach's calls? R.E. Morris. Give us one.
I think he said
Stop
one day
fumbling.
No, I think he said, "Is that Morris? You're kicking the ball. You're not kicking a bloke in an alleyway."
He said that. That's creative for a
something
young fella.
something like that. Yeah. Oh, he's definitely creative with his abuse. No doubt.
So he's
about
suggesting that Morris lacks finesse.
it. Yeah, he's suggesting
a thug.
that he's just a bit of a thug.
Yeah.
Good at being the hard nut type of footballer.
Morris stinks, doesn't he?
I like Morris.
Listen, you know what? I
How
like
many
him.
touches
I
did
think
he
his
get?
time is
I
done,
like
though.
him, but I think his time is done. I think Josh is right. I think
Well, I'm calling out Rudy's calls, though. Rudy's definitely not a...
I reckon he got like 5 touches, didn't he?
Yeah, I love his... Listen, but Morris has never been about touches. I love his pressure, and no one hunts the ball better. If he could get it...
Well,
but
he
seriously...
keeps missing the bucks by the sounds of it.
No, hunts the man better, sorry. Like, his repeat efforts are really good, and he's good at those sort of pressure moments, but yeah, the bloke just doesn't get the ball.
He's like your
Doesn't
Andrew
find the footy.
McQualter.
He's almost like he's got the opposite of leather poisoning, like he's allergic to leather. I think so.
So he gets really.
So he's if he has 6 touches in a game, he's probably like, shit, I got to dial it back.
So
again.
he's definitely after the man.
He gets
He's getting the EpiPen.
after the man, not the ball.
He's better at going after the man.
So what's your song?
So my tune, it's just one I found today, and it's just sort of winding up, getting ready for what is a big game for us and a big game for them, and especially given the Treloar backstory. Like, I know both clubs will sort of dial it down a bit and be like, oh, it's not about that, but definitely to the fans, when a bloke comes out and says, I didn't go to Richmond because Collingwood would have got a better list. I really want to prove that motherfucker wrong.
Does that upset you?
Yeah, fucking A does.
Unacceptable.
He's
Unacceptable
wrong.
comment.
Because I honestly think he's wrong. Like, looking at the two, I'm like, because I think David King said it the other night on Fox Footy, is that Treloar's gone through the list and he's sort of said, all right, I pick Cloak over Rewalt. I pick Nathan Brown over Alex Rance. I pick Pendlebury over Cochin. I pick Swan over Dusty.
Yeah.
So, to those sort of comparisons, it definitely irks me a bit. And it's their home game, and I'm really hoping...
Their home game?
I'm really hoping it's tight for the first 3 quarters, and then in the fourth we just kick 3 or 4 to start, and they start leaving. I really want to...
Oh, you want an exodus?
I want an exodus. I want a Collingwood exodus. I really do.
Give them the golden compass to go home.
I want to see him choke 2 weeks in a row, so that'll probably take us into my song pretty nicely. So let's get it rolling.
I love it when Collingwood choke. It's football's greatest joke. They've lost more grand finals than any other team. I love it when Collingwood choke and they can't get the ball to choke. It's football's greatest joke. They've lost more grand finals than any other team. I love it when Collingwood choke and they can't get the ball to cloak. They've got Buckley's chance of winning. Here the Collie Wobbles come. They drew against St Kilda in 2010. They blew a 4-goal half-time lead because they choked again. And only 12 months later, they choked against Geelong. And all those one-eyed pie supporters couldn't sing their song. I love it when Collingwood choke. It's football's greatest joke. They've lost more grand finals than any other team. I love it when Collingwood choke and they can't get the ball to cloak. They've got Buckley's chance of winning. Here the collie wobbles come. They're the only club in history to lose 8 grand finals in a row. I guess that's what you get
We got Willie.
when your team is something beautiful.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, good mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I've been better, but we'll get there.
Jack, introduce.
Yeah, we've got my younger brother on the mic. We've jammed him in, another tiger. Not quite as mad as me, but
There's always another one.
he's
It's in
pretty
the
pumped
veins,
up.
though.
He's pulled a Nathan Brown.
Yeah, and he's cracked his leg pretty good doing some extreme activities.
The wild man.
So we'll give Willie's a little intro and we'll come back and we'll take your questions on the Tigs. So I finally got some fucking backup.
Yeah, all right. There we go.
You the guy in the flaming car, Sergeant James?
Afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
You're a wild man, you know that?
Yes,
He's
sir.
a wild man. You know that? Why don't I shake your hand?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. How many bombs have you disarmed?
I'm not quite sure, sir.
Sergeant,
Yes.
ask your question.
873. sir.
873. 873.
They're counting today, sir, yes.
That's got to be a record. What's the best way to go about disarming one of these things?
The way you don't die, sir.
That's a good one. That's spoken like a wild man.
Spoken like a wild man. We've got our own wild man Will in the studio.
Wild man Willis.
Yeah,
Get in,
welcome.
Benzie.
Yeah,
Get in.
I brought some serious backup this time, fellas. I'm sick of all the ribbon.
All right. Well,
So, yeah, what are your questions for us?
can I start, Marsh?
Yeah, of course.
Well, kind of like a bit like the St Kilda question, actually, but the opposite. What happened that you didn't expect?
Last weekend, during the game.
Yeah.
What happened that I didn't expect? I didn't expect Lambert. I didn't expect Lambert to be as good as he was. Yeah, didn't thump him. I wanted to thump him, but I also had a sneaking feeling in the back of my head that this is Carlton. It could be tight because I don't know. Carlton had the wood on us over us a few years ago.
Yeah.
They'd won 10 round ones in a row.
Competitive?
No,
Probably
I
not
think-
as competitive
I don't
as
think
they
anyone
were.
did.
Nah.
I think that's what it was. It was a good footy game. It was very flattered though.
Yeah. On whose end?
Said that Carlton just loved doing that.
Yeah. So were they a much more defensive game
Yeah,
plan?
it was tight, a lot tighter than I've seen them play around the ball. They defended areas well, they defended space well,
They ran a lot too.
and yeah, they ran pretty hard. But I was surprised that I was surprised at how good they were, and I think that probably got taken away from us a little bit. Granted, we didn't play.
Yeah, we didn't play that good. I
Well-
don't think it's that they came out, playing premiership footy.
No.
We just weren't that good.
No, we weren't. We really weren't. We did enough in the last quarter to win,
Which I think is
which
very
is
important
probably
for Richmond.
the thing to take it away from is that you can play 3 average quarters of footy, and then when you should win the game and on the basis of it, they remembered that and did what needed to be done.
So the mature side does.
Who are you happiest with, just quickly? Who are you happiest with? Willis?
From round one.
For your boys.
I can have
Lambert,
Lambert's always good,
Lenny.
but Dusty's a gun. He
Yeah.
didn't seem to play a massive part, but he's always around the footy.
He did some really good stuff too, and Jesus, he
Under
was
pressure.
throwing don't argues around left, right, and
Yeah,
centre.
there were
I don't
a
think
few.
I've seen him do that many in a game.
I think I'm looking forward to Rioli to really step up. You can just see it's in his blood. He's just a natural.
Chase and tackle player, yeah. Rioli did some great
Well,
things.
he did too many step ups. And how many games? Yeah,
Probably just under 20.
under 20. So that's a fair sample size.
Good sample
So when you
size.
go to Jack, what's the funniest thing about him, and what's the one that's cringeworthy?
Cringeworthy is definitely the crowd pleasing.
What, go into this crowd pleasing a bit more,
What do you
please.
mean?
Is this a stitch up?
One example only. Richmond! Richmond! Hey, I love it, but